Hi everybody, and it's Daniel with your news cartridge for Monday, September 7th, 2015. And welcome back! How was your day off? Mine was great too, thanks for asking. Our first story is actually about Bungie. They have lost a lawsuit against Marty O'Donnell, a music composer who actually worked on both Destiny and Halo. O'Donnell was fired and claims that he was denied pay for unused vacation time as well as paid time off and other benefits that Bungie had agreed to upon hiring him. Why he is fired is actually kind of a little bit complicated. He had created music and it was supposed to be used in a trailer for Destiny at E3. Well, it was switched with music that Activision themselves had created, and he just wasn't happy about this. And this is ultimately what began his degradation of the relationship with him and Bungie itself. He claims that this is his attempt at confronting Activision or something like this. He claims that his attempt at confronting Activision about their oversight of artistic decisions and its negative impact on the community that Bungie makes games for. He will be awarded at least 142,500 US dollars. It is also it should also be noted that he was awarded $95,000 in a previous settlement for a total of $237,500. He will also be getting 192,187 and a half shares of stock in Bungie. There is no word as to how much the stock in Bungie is actually worth, but Microsoft owns Bungie. Let your calculators do the screaming on that one. So yeah, what do you think of this mess? Are you still awake? What do you think is in store for the future of Bungie? Leave your comment below. Our next story is a bit of an oddball, but I think that's what you've come to expect here at News Cartridge, both in content and in host. There is now an ant simulator in the works, and it actually looks pretty good, as you can tell from the trailer here. You can actually now explore the world as an ant, if you've ever wondered what that was like, which, incidentally, I myself have wondered what exploring the world as an ant has been like. Yay! Created in Unity 5. It's actually a 2014 Let 'em Dare project that the developer continued to develop. Let 'em Dare being a friendly game competition where programmers all get together and make games as fast as possible. The game is currently in alpha and is more of a concept than a playable game, but walking around on the stalks of grass in a complete 3D environment looks really, really cool. Going around the underside of it looks really nice. And in fact, that the camera is set up so that way, I noticed that the camera was set up in a way that moving around in this environment really didn't give you like a nauseating effect or like a feeling that you're going to fall off it at any point. It just kind of felt like you went around it. So one thing to note that's also explained in the trailer is that ants are essentially blind. So this game is kind of how you would see the world if ants could see as well as humans could see. I'm really interested in seeing how they handle tunneling as well as how the lighting underground is going to work. I think that's something that they're going to have to figure out in the future. But I'm super interested in this game. It looks great even as it sits now. And it takes me back to the time of playing Sim Ant or watching Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Remember that movie? That was a great one. Nostalgia. But, I mean, what can I say? Gamers love games. Give me anything and I'll play it, right? Here's one to wrap your heads around. The first one around a tree, the second one into a brick wall, and the third one... well, the third one's just fine. What am I talking about? Drive, 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 of course. The game where you are driving 3 cars at the same time versus AI opponents. Yes. Well, this is more of a strategy game than a pure driving game because you're only driving 1 car at a time, and you're more trying to stop the other cars from gaining lead or strategically gaining lead over them. It's not you're literally driving all 3 at once. So the game is still in development and is far from perfect, but reports say that it's a pretty cool concept, and you're sure to amaze your friends, just like the guy who pulls out the 3-level chessboard. Wait, no, on second thought, don't do that. For our final story today, usually I like to cover trailers, and this is a commercial. Normally I don't like commercials. There's a subtle difference, but I really don't care with this one. This one's really cool and this one's worth seeing. Forza 6 is coming out for Xbox One in just 8 days. And if you want to get some hype from me from a game, Forza, you guys did it. This is awesome. This commercial takes you through the many different graphics eras that racing games and driving games have gone through. Pixelated from when I was a wee little lass. Hard polygonal from more like when I was a teenager, to the photorealistic of which Forza 6 is actually going to feature. And it's really, really cool to see the juxtaposition of the super detailed cars next to the pixelation. It makes me smile. It just puts a smile on my face. So I hope it puts a smile on your face too. Smile, damn it. Forza 6 is coming exclusively to Xbox One on September 15th, but I'm hoping it finds its way to PC at some point. And finally, that brings us to tomorrow's game releases. For PC, we have Smite, Master Spy, and Armikrog. For PS4, we have Tearaway Unfolded, Hypervoid, and Leo's Fortune. For Nintendo Wii U, we have Gianna Sisters, Twisted Dreams Director's Cut. For Nintendo 3DS, we have Hatsune Miku Project Mira DX, and Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Thank you very much, everybody. This has been News Cartridge. I am Dandruff. I will see you tomorrow. And how does Sonic get a hold of Tails? He gives him a ring.